He knew he could take it to a certain level, but in order to get to that next level, he had to bring people in to run the day-to-day so that he could focus on things like the Gymshark ethos and creative content and kind of the whole customer piece, making sure that Gymshark stayed aligned to what they were always there for, whilst everybody else worried about the actual operational piece of the business.
Even now, if you like hit a hurdle in your business, it's asking someone who's been there before. It can feel really lonely, like if you hit like an obstacle and you're thinking like, shit, I don't know how I'm gonna get past this, but you have a mentor and they've been there, they've done that, they've done everything you're doing, they've hit that obstacle. They almost shortcut you around it.
Like everything has a mentor, and people don't understand that. When you go to college, you've got a mentor, maybe not that credible because they're working for a salary in a college, but it's still a mentor. So it's just listening to people that have what you want. If you're happy learning from someone that's on a £40,000 salary to go on a 45, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get the same as them, and it's the same as the successful people. If you reverse engineer and you get mentored by successful people, and you actually, you know, put in the work they've put in and you follow their steps, you'll get what they have.
Welcome to today's podcast, guys. Thanks very much for joining. Today's topic is going to be mentors and the importance of a mentor. And I guess it doesn't matter, at what level you're at, whether you're just starting or whether you've hit a ceiling. Everybody needs a mentor in order to get to that next level. I mean, we talk about it a lot in our stories of saying, well, how do you get to where you want to be is to follow in the steps of somebody that's already there, that's already done it. So whether you are just starting out on your e-commerce journey, you have no idea what to do or how to do it, the best thing to do is to find a mentor that has already done that. Or whether you're already at your peak and you think, well, how do I go to the next level? I mean, I think a good example, and I know we use it a lot, but it is a good example, is looking at Ben Francis in Gymshark, where he knew he could take it to a certain level, but in order to get to that next level, he had to bring people in to run the day-to-day so that he could focus on things like the Gymshark ethos and creative content and kind of the whole customer piece, making sure that Gymshark stayed aligned to what they were always there for, whilst everybody else worried about the actual operational piece of the business.
I speak to a lot of successful people and follow a lot of successful people, and they often post about their mentors. I actually saw one this morning, and it's a very successful lady in business, and she was like, my mentor. And the first thing she says is my mentor. Can't remember who his name was. And it's funny really, because we were talking about this on the way to Portugal. You were speaking about the most successful people in the world having mentors, where I think people's perspective on a mentor is somebody that has no experience, somebody that doesn't know a thing, and I need a mentor, which is true. But even when you are successful, you still need mentors, because it's not just the value and the education they bring, it's the network they bring. And I talk about the network all the time, because even now I'm networking, I have mentors. People don't realize that. I speak with people that go, you need to be doing this right, but people at the bottom would look at me and think, how do you need a mentor? They don't understand that.
I guess because you don't know what you don't know. So if you bring somebody in to kind of guide you in the areas that you don't know how to start a business, or you don't know how to go to the next level, bringing somebody in to show you the way is the best way to get there.
100%.
But that's a key point, guidance.
Exactly.
Just having the guidance from someone who's had the experience in the field that you want to go in. Because there's no point trying to do something that you haven't done before without knowing how to do it. So that's why it's so important to have a mentor. I mean, like trying to I mean, you have these people that are like, well, I'm going to forge my own path and I'm just going to go for it. I mean, that's great, but having somebody to help you navigate the path, or somebody that's already done it, can allow you to get there much quicker, or with less hurdles, less hiccups. I think when coming into something and thinking about getting a mentor, it's more based around having the support around you as well. A lot of people think it's just having a mentor to help you, but it's not that, it's the support.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people need when starting out, having a business or whatever field that they want to go in. It's having a support system around you to guide you in the right place.
Because I think even now, if you like hit a hurdle in your business, it's asking someone who's been there before. It can feel really lonely. Like if you hit like an obstacle and you're thinking like, shit, I don't know how I'm going to get past this. But you have a mentor and they've been there, they've done that, they've done everything you're doing, they've hit that obstacle. They almost shortcut you around it because they've got the experience.
How have we all got to where we are?
100%.
Same thing.
But the first hurdle that most people hit is actually investing money into a mentor. And we see it all the time. You know, I have people that message me 10 times a day and they just want to get as much free value out of you as you can. But that's fine. I'm happy to provide value. But the thing that I value the most is my time. And I'm going to commit my time to individuals that have committed to me. So I think the first hurdle most people hit is they say a mentor is too expensive, or they can't see the value in having a mentor. But then 1 year, 2 years down the line, they've spent way more money because of the obstacles they've hit
100%.
without the guidance they've received on these obstacles, when they will have paid half the money, got there in a quarter of the time, and been making money. It's understanding and valuing the importance of having a mentor in anything. You look at, you know, let's go over to footballers as an example. And they have mentors. Footballers have mentors. They go to training, they go into games, they get the feedback, they get given structure, they get given where they're going wrong, what they're doing right. That's a mentor. But if you was to put a kid on a football pitch with no manager, no one telling them you shouldn't be doing that, you should be here and stay in your position, they will never learn, or it will take them 10 times longer to learn. By the time they learn, their football career is over because now they're in their 30s, 40s,
and they just won't achieve their full potential.
That's exactly what
it's long-term success. That's what it is.
And exactly going back to what you said a minute ago, Josh. You started with a mentor. We all have the same thing in common. Tammy started with a mentor. I started with a mentor. You can make it without a mentor. I just want to get that straight, because there will be people watching this and they will receive messages on social media, and so will you guys, saying, well, I succeeded without a mentor. Yes, okay. But let's say you're at a £1 million. Somehow you did it without a mentor and you made £1 million in year one. If you had a mentor, you could potentially be at £5 million in year one if you did 1 million. And that is basically what we're trying to get people to understand is if you have the right people around you, not only will you get there 10 times quicker, but you'll also make way more money and spend a lot less money. And that is the most important. And this is why the most successful people have mentors. They value other people's opinions and other people's expertise to get them to where they need to be. And what you said a second ago, James, when you go into a business, it's not just one thing you need to learn. You know, you've got, as an example of e-commerce, you've got branding, you've got marketing, you've got the whole store and the Shopify, which is always changing, by the way. You know, you've then got your business to business. You've got different ways of marketing, different types of business models. So even if you build a store and you start making money, if you had a mentor, you'd probably have 3 times the amount of advertising campaigns set up, making you 3 times the amount of money you're making right now. You would have got there a lot quicker, which means you would have been better off in terms of finances. Like, you can have more money sitting in the bank. It's just, there's no shortcuts in business, but mentoring is probably the only shortcut.
It's like when you first, like you say, when you first start a business and you first start your e-commerce journey, you wear every hat within that business. And a mentor will help guide you in that and say, will tell you at what point within that journey is it time to go, right, I'm going to relinquish this hat to somebody else. I'm going to outsource that piece, because when you're in business and you're running your business, you focus on the things that only you can control. And then when the time is right to start relinquishing the responsibilities to other people on outsourcing, which we discuss in the training, allowing you to focus on the things that only you can control, you will scale much faster.
Otherwise, or what you're best at. Like, because some people are really talented in one area, so stick at that. Get someone who's more talented at this to do that for you. And I think a lot of people, it's almost like some people have a pride thing that they want to make it on their own, and they don't want that extra help. They want to say like, oh well, I got here all on my own. But like you said, you could have been there 10 times quicker if you got a mentor.
And I've got here 10 times quicker.
But you can still be proud of yourself. You've still done all that.
Oh, absolutely.
But someone's guided you, and it's not just the mentor directing you in your business. It's who do they know? What can their network help me with? And that moves us on
to kind of the networking side. I remember when, you know, I did a little bit of due diligence and I was like, okay, clearly there's money to be made in e-commerce. It's only growing, online shopping's only getting bigger.
Yeah.
But as I'm going through the system, when I first got a mentor, I didn't know about that website. Oh, let me look into this. They're telling me to not, you know, buy the domain here and buy the domain there. I didn't know the difference. Now I know the difference. But that saved me how many? A month, 2 months of trying to figure out this problem on why it's not connecting, why it's not working, and it's not just the value in what they're teaching you. It's who they know. And I've had so many discounts on software, and just because somebody knows this person that does the software, oh, don't pay the price on the website, I'll give it to you at 20% of the price. And you're like, wow, nobody else has this software and I now have it, and my sales are going up.
But when you don't have them people around you and you try and do it on your own, like ultimately most people give up, don't they? They give up because they've tried
100%.
Something, they've used YouTube videos and stuff like that. They try to do it on their own, they give up, and then they've got no accountability, have they? So with having people around you, support system, mentors and stuff like that, they give you accountability. They tell you what not to do, what to do, and it, like you said, it creates that shortcut in your journey as well.
I think it's important to understand credible mentors as well. Okay, because everyone claims to be a mentor these days. But like when you go to school, your teachers are basically your mentors, but are they credible to be giving you advice about living your best life? No, because they're working a job. They're on a 40 grand salary or whatever it may be, and they're trying to give you advice on how to go out into the world. You don't want to end up where they are. For most people, this is for people that are hungry, ambitious. Okay, so you got to find the right people. You need to do your due diligence on these people, because anybody can rent a car and go, I'm super successful, join me. It's very important that you look at actually what they do, you look at what you're going to learn, what are going to be the benefits, maybe some case studies or some testimonials, real testimonials, not just written testimonials, and then you say to yourself, do I actually want to pursue this, and do I want to go all the way with this business model? Because doing it by yourself, realistically, the chances are you'll never get to that level. Realistically, you're never going to get to that level. You'll get the odd person that comes through and does it. You're only going to do that with a mentor. So it's actually hanging around and listening to people that have been there and done it, and people that can help you along your journey, and keep, like James said, keep you on that right path.
Keep you on track.
Absolutely, because there's a lot of mentors out there that make a promise and then you don't hear from them, or they put you on the wrong path, or they're disinterested. Find people that will help you. Now, this isn't just about us in e-commerce. You know, there'll be people watching this that maybe want to go into real estate or go into some other type of business. Find a mentor that is credible, that is in the position you want to be in, and join them and get the value and go down the same path as they've gone, because you can't get different results if you do exactly what they've done and you reverse engineer and you put. It's not just about implementing what they're teaching you, it's about having the same work ethic as these guys as well. It's about putting in that work. You're going to get very, very similar results, and that's exactly, you look at the first mentors rejoined, where are we right now? You know, if you look at their numbers in e-commerce and everything else, we're at very similar levels, because I just matched what they did. I just thought, okay, is that what you did? Okay, let me see what happens if I do the same as you. Give me support along the way, but let me see what happens if I do the same as you. Bang, here we are. Same results.
And you was touching on like networking as well just a minute ago. When you have the people around you and you have the mentors and stuff, your networking opportunities become bigger. So you start networking with different people, you get different ideas. Someone's done something different. Let's implement that into my business. Like everyone's got different ways of like different marketing aspects and stuff like that, using different social media channels, whatever, for e-commerce. But it's just having a network as well.
It's like you were sitting there, was it yesterday, the day before, Josh? We were sat upstairs all networking, and Josh was like, oh, this person just messaged me. I'm like, fuck off. And he's like, no. And he's showing me. I'm like, what? Like, it's crazy. It's endless. You know, and then you get to a point where people are chasing you. And you're like, how did I get into this position where these guys are chasing me?
It's the doors that open. Is incredible, and what that can do for not just you and not just for your business, but for you as well. Like for your own what am I trying to say? Not just the doors that open for the business, but for you as a person.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like for your own growth, your own personal growth, not just the business growth as well.
Yeah, I agree. It's not just business. There might be other stuff in your personal life that people might be able to help with. That will, relate back to maybe helping with the business as well. So I mean, like mindset and stuff like that might help with.
Exactly.
Members receive messages all the time. I receive messages all the time saying, Ryan, you might want to look into this. This has done me X amount, or this is working really well for me. Oh, thanks. I'll take that. I'll implement that into my business. And it's just, and vice versa. If I find something that's really taking off right now, really working, I'll say, Josh, go have a look at this, bro. And Josh's like, fucking hell, I didn't know about that. It's all about having a network and everybody sharing value. And that's the importance of having a mentor. And that is the importance, because the mentor is the start of building a network. Because if it's a good mentor, you'll also get access to their network. You think if somebody sees me and they go, I'm going to join Change, as an example, straight away, you're getting access to Josh, to James, to Tammy, and everybody else. You've literally just started. You've got a network already.
I think that's like one of the best things about it is as cutthroat as business can be. I think when with mentors and the network, it's that shared knowledge, that shared vision, that shared goal. I think that's a massive thing within our community as well. That even like not just about using us as mentors, but even just the way that the members work together. By sharing knowledge, even members that are in the same niche, maybe even selling the same product, and they're helping each other make sales. I mean, that's incredible, because they're like, well, look, we're all here to win together. So, and I think a lot of that comes from like what we demonstrate and how we mentor the community. And we are here about saying it is a shared goal here for everybody. We're all here to win.
We're a big family, man.
Exactly.
But that's exactly what it is. It's not you versus him versus her versus him. It's we win together.
Exactly.
And if you help people along the way, it comes back tenfold.
Of course it does.
Because people will then look at you and think, I want to help that guy, and vice versa. And everybody's just we saw a story when me and you saw a story, Tammy, a month ago, where we had a bunch of members meet somewhere in the UK, and they had a night out together, coffee. But I can guarantee the only thing they were talking about is their business. Numbers, networking. Where if you was to walk into that bar or wherever they was, on an outside's perspective, they're just a group of work colleagues having fun. But they're there in a group building a fucking empire with a shared goal, a shared vision, and that's what it's all about. But would they have had that network without joining Change? Would have never had that network, and that's the difference.
It's crazy. I said to you the other day, especially when someone becomes a member, especially in a circle, what they get access to straight away. They get access to so much. Like all of us, 9, 10 experts that we got, community is mental. Like the click of a button and they're in. They've got access straight away.
And that's the thing that blew my mind when I first got a mentor, because everybody calls you stupid. Everybody says, oh, why are you paying a guy to learn? You can get it on Google. The same old Google and YouTube. You get information on Google. Most information conflicts each other, but you don't get the support. You don't get the network. You don't get
the real life experience. Someone's who actually done it. I think that's really key.
In order to succeed, you need support. A video does not give you support. It gives you information.
And that's the difference. Like you said, support, accountability checks, people with long-term success, network, people around you, people helping you. Do you know what I mean? That's what you don't get with YouTube and stuff like that. But 90% of people that drop us a DM and they'll say they've started an ecom business, doesn't really work. Have you got a mentor? No. I've just been on YouTube. It's not going to work.
It's crazy, because like I was saying earlier, there's mentors in everything. Let's use Brooke, our little girl, dancing. The dance teacher is a mentor to Brooke. She's credible. Look at the way she dances herself. She's credible. So
how'd you pass your driving test?
She's going to learn from me because I'm free. Because I'm free, she isn't going to learn from me because I can't dance. Do you know what I mean? Like, everything has a mentor, and people don't understand that. When you go to college, you've got a mentor, maybe not that credible because they're working for a salary in a college, but it's still a mentor. So it's just listening to people that have what you want. If you're happy learning from someone that's on a £40,000 salary to go on a 45, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get the same as them, and it's the same as the successful people. If you reverse engineer and you get mentored by successful people, and you actually put in the work they've put in and you follow their steps, you'll get what they have.
it comes down to taking action and investing into yourself.
And understanding.
I
think the most important is understanding the value of having a mentor. Most people undervalue. They're like, I'm not sure if I want to invest into myself, but they'll happily go to university and invest into someone that's on a 70 grand salary.
And I think the other thing is when we talk about like knowledge in videos, like you watch a video and stuff, and the information's there, but that information needs to be applied with certain context. And if you don't know how to apply that information or how to apply that knowledge, then it's just a waste of time. And having that mentor allows you to, or guide you in how to apply those strategies, how to apply that information. Like strategies that might work for one niche won't necessarily work for another niche. The ones that might work for one product won't necessarily work for another product. So having that mentor to say, look, I get where this video is coming from, and I get the information they've provided. However, what they haven't told you and what they've left out is X, Y, and Z, and this is how you apply it.
100%. Yeah. Cool. Thank you so much. I think that was really good. We're doing a podcast on mentors, and actually the conversation come up yesterday when we were speaking about the most successful people having mentors, and nobody sees that. Everybody wants to get mentored by them, but they also have mentors, and they have mentors, and that's how the business world works.
It's how you grow.
It's the way you grow, but they value mentors because that's how they got there in the first place.
100%.
Thank you so much, guys. Really
Thanks,
appreciate it.
Cheers, guys.
Really good podcast.